Hey, long time no see. I feel like we haven't done one of these since quarantine for a couple reasons. Probably one of the first reasons is because we tend to be eating everything that's in the house. And I feel like we don't have time to do this. And it's tough. I don't think we've ever, in true honesty and transparency, probably eaten and drank as much as we have in the past 3 weeks. So as of Monday, we started a new program, our new boxing program. And the reason I like doing stuff like that is because it kind of gives you that mindset of, okay, fresh start, clean start. Hey, Chris, I know you're loving the boxing program. Oh, Michelle too. So one of the reasons that we like it is because it's kind of a clean start and a chance to start over. The programs are like 6 weeks. It's a doable amount of time. And so what we wanted to show you was one of our favorite dishes. Oh, look at that, Chantel, everybody in the group. Is this just in the group or are all these people? Anyway, yeah, so that we've got like all our clients in here. It's awesome. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy this. So for us, the key isn't about eating less. And if you followed any of us, Chris who's on here, Grandma, I know I use Grandma, because I don't know why Chris, but she's lost, I mean, I know with our food program, it was over 40 pounds just from eating delicious, amazing food. So that's our trick, and whether you call it a trick or not, it's not about eating less, it's about eating more food that tastes like the bad food, but isn't the bad food, it's actually the good food. And this is a perfect example. I'm gonna show you, this one you could technically make this vegetarian, and you could actually make this vegan, honestly, if you wanted to, if you were so inclined. I'm just gonna show you some of the ingredients really quick, and it's potato salad. But as a kid, two things I wouldn't eat: eggs and cauliflower. This is made up of eggs and cauliflower. So if you have an aversion to it, trust me, it doesn't taste like, hey Tiff, tastes like, your typical cauliflower. I have found we've made waffles out of cauliflower, we've made hummus, what else have we made out of cauliflower, babe? Almost everything. We blend a whole head of cauliflower into the kids' spaghetti, into chili. So again, the trick is it's actually pretty versatile. I know you see all those memes on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere, but it is versatile. So ingredient wise, a whole head of cauliflower, 4 eggs, you could do 2 eggs, and this is one of the things you could omit if you wanted to go vegan or vegetarian. Some red onion, probably about 6 celery stalks, some peppers. Again, you could mix it up. If you want to put corn in, put some corn in, and some green onions as well, and then some yogurt. The key to making this vegan or vegetarian, hey Izzy, is use like a coconut yogurt that has no milk or whatsoever in it, and you could totally make this vegan. The key with this one is it honestly tastes like real potato salad. It snowed today. Not that that's a sign of summer, but to me, potato salad, I think of as summer. So here it is really quickly. Gonna show you how to do it, and it's so simple. I will try and post the recipe later, but after 5 years, if you followed us, you know I just kind of wing this. 1 whole head of cauliflower. I did it for this is just what it looks like, just so you can see. I just broke it up into like the little florets. They look something like this. You can do it whatever size you want, but just tiny little ones. 1 whole head of cauliflower, which I steamed for about 5 minutes. I know I usually use the Instant Pot. If you use the Instant Pot, you could have done this probably for like a minute, and it would have worked out perfectly. Your 4 eggs. I used 1 medium red onion, and just looking at this now, no, I put it all in. That's fine. And then 1 little bunch of green onions. I love the green onions. Celery wise, maybe about 6 to 8 stalks of celery. That might be too much. So let's say 4 stalks of celery. The celery gives it that nice crunch. You could technically, if you wanted to go crazy and be all fancy, you could add like some kind of a nut, like a pistachio or slivered almonds or something in there. And then just to up the veggie factor, we have some red and orange peppers. So here's the sauce. So that's in there. I'm just gonna toss that really fast just to mix it up before we add the sauce. And then for the sauce, it's simple. About 2/3 of a cup. I'm gonna add a whole cup because I've got extra veggies of yogurt. We love, if you've ever heard of skyr yogurt or your Greek yogurt, it's basically a high protein yogurt. What you wanna look for is a protein of over 15 and a sugar, if possible, under 5. Skyr yogurt's usually under 2 or 3 and they're naturally occurring sugars. So that's about a cup of Greek yogurt. Then some apple cider vinegar. If you can find Bragg's, it's amazing. The reason we love Bragg's, you've probably heard of kombucha. It's got a live culture in it. It's called the mother, which is basically amazing for your immune system. And that's why you see a big push on apple cider vinegar. And the cool thing about the Bragg's, it even says in there with the mother involved, which is basically kind of, it's the funny looking stuff on the bottom. But if you just swirl it, you put about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in there. You can use garlic salt, or if you have like a paste, use like a garlic paste to put in there, which is what we're gonna do just because this is more fresh. Maybe a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, whether you have paprika, you could put in like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of paprika. We're gonna put in some dry mustard as well, about a tablespoon of dry mustard powder. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this as I go. So about a tablespoon of dry mustard powder, and then basically your salt and pepper. You can use regular salt and pepper, that's totally cool. We happen to have the Himalayan pink salt. So maybe about a teaspoon of salt. You probably don't have to add salt, but we're just gonna add a little bit of that and then some pepper, and that's it. Oh, and your paprika. All I have is smoked paprika because we make a ton of pulled pork and pulled chicken in the Instant Pot, and the smoked paprika will just give it too smoky a taste, but that's it. I'm gonna guess Esme will eat this, you never know. But so, and then you're just gonna mix that up. Nice, just mix it up really quick, and then you're just gonna pour it in the whole thing, and then you are gonna set it in the fridge, and it's gonna, I'll show you in a sec here, it's gonna look just like your classic potato salad. I promise you, this is gonna taste like a potato salad, but without, and again, potatoes get vilified. Potatoes are actually far more healthy than rice. It's just, if you're trying to cool it down a bit, I haven't figured out a hack for wine yet, but if you're trying to cool down the carbs a little bit, substituting out veggies in the fiber source such as cauliflower is going to be far better for you than using potatoes. So then we're just going to pour that on top. It's like, let's see. Yeah, you could make that as an, oh wow. You can make that as an amazing veggie dip if you wanted to. Anything with Greek yogurt as a sub for mayonnaise. I was on Pinterest checking out other recipes, and someone had a cauliflower one. And a lady had responded because the person used cauliflower and Greek yogurt. And the lady said, you know what's really odd? I substituted out potatoes and sour cream and it tasted just as good. Yeah, I'm sure it did. But the purpose is to kind of limit the things like your sour creams and your potatoes, and try and substitute slightly more healthy stuff so you can eat more, right? It's not about eating less. It's not about starving yourself. It's about finding delicious food. For dinner tonight, we had kind of like fajitas with steak and chicken. I made some homemade, if you check back on our stories, if you follow us on Instagram at FitFamFits, ironically, that's probably where we put most of our recipes. We made some fresh guacamole and some fresh pico de gallo. And it was like, honestly, it was restaurant-worthy fajitas. And that way you can eat a little bit more, right? Because it's a little bit healthier. So here's what it looks like. I'll show you real quick. It looks amazing. I hope you can see that. It honestly looks like potato salad. It's gonna taste like potato salad. And it's almost 100% vegetables, right? Again, yes, potatoes are vegetables, I understand. But this is gonna be more of a low carb type vegetable where you can probably have twice as much as you normally would. And I find with this quarantine thing, we're eating twice as much as we normally do. So, hope you enjoyed that. If someone was following the whole time and wants to post in the comments the recipe, that's awesome. If not, I will try and get around to it after we put the kids to bed and we finish our bottle of wine. Okay, have a good night.